Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed ready for the first run of the day. It is Resident Evil 3 by WiliFetti. WiliFetti, take it away.
Hello. My name is WiliFetti, aka Fetty. I'm mainly a Spider-Man runner, but as you can see, I play other games in my spare time. Right now, it's been Oblivion, but mainly I play Resident Evil 3. Today, we're going to be doing a category that's there's a category of no intro, but obviously we got to play through the intro. It's a marathon, and I'm going to be doing any % new game plus, which means I get to use the rocket launcher and go as fast as possible. My co-host today, someone who is my friend and knows a little bit about this game, it is BurkeMaverick.
Just a little?
Yeah, just he plays this game a little bit. He plays this little game. Don't look him up on SRC and look at his times. He just plays this game a little bit. All right. But yeah, he's gonna basically be here, just making fun of me the whole time, and kind of just helping me explain the routes. This game is really kind of just honestly a dash from A to B, with specifics like mechanics like a dodge, which you don't get in any other Resident Evil game, which is why I actually really love this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off. The timer for our lovely host, the timer starts the minute I hit square on this. So I will give you a countdown. It is also, yeah, like real game time, all that doesn't really count cutscenes. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
But thank you. So Burke has been always talking about how I don't have an optimized intro, even though I do run. This is my category that I do run. And yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I could definitely do this faster. I could always quick turn and do everything like that. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool mechanics in this game. If you are looking for a Resident Evil 2 run, this is the Resident Evil to run. It's just really fast paced. It's an easy run to get into, especially if you're running any %. New game plus is a little bit, or normal new game is a little bit harder. So be prepared for that. I do not have it in Japanese. I just realized that.
Oh yeah.
I'm losing time, Burke.
So now that he brought it up, Japanese is faster. It saves time on one segment, and it's only 2 seconds.
Yep.
You save 2 seconds. And it's the segment where it is at the end of the game.
Yeah, and it's because of one line, really, that you can't skip.
Yeah.
So really, there's small optimizations, obviously, like using your quick turn correctly, skipping cutscenes in a correct order. But the good thing about this game is that it goes off of in-game time and IRL time. So, but the in-game time is what's going to be posted on the board. So anytime I pause the game during a cutscene, anytime a cutscene's playing, the in-game timer pauses, which is really nice whenever you're trying to learn the game. But obviously, don't leave it paused for too long, because...
Well, there is one quirk with the in-game timer that this game has an issue with.
Go ahead.
It is dubbed Time Bleed, and when the game is loading, like when you're like skipping a cutscene or like before a cutscene starts, the end-game timer will tick a tiny bit every time.
Right. So like right there, that end of that cutscene,
exactly.
When it faded to black, it takes a second. So, but honestly, in a run, it's better to kind of just ignore that and do your thing. So now you're going to be seeing, I'm going to be using something called the dodge. So the dodge can either be a detriment or the biggest help of all time, depending on where you dodge to speed up your gameplay. You can dodge zombies, it propels you forward. You can dodge nemesis, it propels you forward. But if you decide to kind of like dodge out of nowhere with no end in sight, depending on where you are, she'll stumble and you'll lose a little bit of time. So
I mean, there are spots, like Fetty did earlier, where dodging forward saves a tiny bit of time.
Yep, and every little piece of time counts because this is all in-game. Like, we're worried about in-game time. So, like, any piece of dodging, any kind of, like, you know, like, especially, like, right here, you can dodge into the crawl. So, that's huge. But it's just little pieces like that that you'll see throughout the run. Also, trying not to get bit by zombies is huge. So, this is, like, kind of the first little test of the skill where I need to completely like run around. I could have just zombie dodged, to be honest, but I wanted to be a little bit careful.
Like a second.
Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit careful, actually run around the zombies. And honestly, while we're here and I'm about to run Nemesis over, we should probably explain the story of the game a little bit, because you're not going to be seeing any of it. Because it's all basically cutscene story. Basically, Nemesis is chasing one of the last remaining STARS members, and we're trying to make it out of Raccoon City at the same time that Leon and Claire, if you've played Resident Evil 2, are making it out of the city as well before the city gets nuked. So there's a whole bunch of things that we have to do, and Nemesis will be chasing us throughout this entire game. So that's really it. We have to save a whole bunch of civilians and go through. It's a Resident Evil game at the end of the day. I don't know what y'all want me to talk about.
Yeah, Resident Evil games, they have story, but it's like...
Oh, hold up. Oh, first try on the skit. Yep, it doesn't do anything, but first try on that. You can get ahead of Carlos here. Sorry, continue what you were saying, Burke?
I was gonna say, like, I kind of feel like the story, like, it is a focus of the game, but it's, like, not the main focus.
Definitely. The gameplay is definitely the highlight of this game, in my opinion. Also, I'm not in caution, but I'm just so used to doing this. Female characters in Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil games, actually have a thing where if you're in caution, I tried to use Carlos to boost, completely failed on that, which is great. But basically, because you're a female in this game, whenever you get into the caution territory, which is what I'm going to be running probably this entire game is in caution, you can do something called stair gliding, which is aiming your weapon at a specific rhythm, and you can go faster downstairs if you're a female. Also, this right here, perfect explanation right here. The in-game timer is paused because I'm on the walkie-talkie. So, because it's considering it a cutscene. So, basically, you're going to see me not skip these until I get into a good position. Now, this is where, everything happens, where I store everything and just grab a rocket launcher and grab the bolt cutters. I should be grabbing these in a specific order, but I'm hurrying, and the lockpick. So now I can kind of like excuse myself from doing big parts of the story. So
yeah,
so that
you can just I forget how much they cost, but they are just unlockables after you beat the game and do challenges.
Yep. You have to do basically all of the challenges to get everything, and obviously I love this game. I have a platinum in it. It's one of my favorite games ever, so I do, even though, a lot of people hate on it, right? Like, I do still love this game. So here's a little tech right here. I'm going to blow myself up on this to get into caution. And now we're going to be running in caution until a specific part of the game. And I don't think I'm in caution. Oh, I am. Okay,
yes,
cool.
you are.
Sweet.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell sometimes.
So, like Fetty said, with the whole caution quirk, it's only in this game and Resident Evil 2 Remake. So for Resident Evil 2 Remake, it only applies to Claire and Ada, and this game only Jill. Because it's I don't know why, but it's a thing.
It's just how female characters are, like how their body is. I think
it's just the animation.
Yeah, the
animations.
Guess. But yeah. I am going to take a second and do this real quick, just because I am a fiend. So I'm going to take a second to actually move things how I was supposed to grab things. You're really not supposed to grab the rocket launcher first, but it is how it goes. But right now we are going to go put out that fire that y'all saw for 5 seconds earlier. And yeah. So, but yeah, really, it's just, this game is a very straightforward, like, it's a straightforward game. I got hit immediately. I should have dodged first. Yeah. That lunge grab is crazy. Anyway, but yeah, I should have shot him with a rocket launcher. That's the whole point of playing this is you can shoot people with rocket launchers and it's fun. So I should start taking advantage of that more. So now instead of being oh, here's important. So there's supposed to be a cutscene here. If you dodge and immediately hit bolt cutters, you can actually skip an entire little listening section.
Yeah, because Jill, like, you're forced to stop there and listen for like a couple lines, or I guess it's only one, but
yeah, I mean it does take some time, and it does save time to be able to. It does save time to be able to just like basically hit that. Honestly, I've gotten really good at it, but when I first started running this was you have to dodge at the right time, line yourself up, that type of thing.
Yeah, should we talk about the difficulty that we're on right now?
Sure. We're on assisted. There's a whole bunch of other difficulties. Inferno is insane. Burke, you weren't here, but I did retry the Inferno Nemesis boss at the end for stream, so I'm pretty happy about it. But basically with assisted, your health recovers up to caution. So your health recovers up to caution. I'm gonna grab 2 herbs, and you basically get easier chances on dodging everything and kind of just running through. So it's not crazy. I couldn't hit the dodge. That's my fault, but
yeah, and on hardcore or higher, the zombies will double lunge.
Right. They'll double lunge, and then they'll also basically how they are. They'll double lunge, and they're faster. Also, the harder the difficulty, the more the faster Nemesis runs. I should turn around and shoot the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, because they're gonna ignore me because I have the best luck in the world. But yeah, so everything is basically faster, and you're 2 hit from, you know, once you get into hardcore. But nothing really too crazy. You're going to see me animation cancel like that, doing dodges and everything. Quick turns. Also, cool quirk about the Drain Demos is if you actually look at them, they'll run away from you. So I don't know. It's weird.
Another quirk with this section too, depending on the difficulty, there are iframes for these levers here.
Which I just missed that one, as everyone can see. But yeah, basically what I'm doing is I am dodging into the animation. And basically going through. That was insane. But
nice dodge.
I'm basically going through and dodging, like right here, backing up. But yeah, you can basically, there's another route for this section. I'm surprised that Burke didn't yell at me for it.
No, that was the proper route.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I have learned since the last time we did this. But I used to not be able to take that section at all. So I used to take it the wrong way. So, and that's the main power switch. It's for us to shut down. And hey, we got rid of the Drain Demos. Let's go. Power's back on. The story that y'all are missing right now is that there's a subway. The subway is filled with civilians that we need to save. And we just turned on the power. So really kind of just
you don't even know what building?
Dude, Burke, I don't even know how to explain that. It's just civilians on train, we turn on power, and also we're getting chased by Nemesis, and we're super cops, so we can do whatever we want. Also, I still don't know the skip for this, so.
Yeah, so with Nemesis being the Kool-Aid man there, and Joe gets like stunned for a bit, if you aim or dodge at the right time, you can skip the stun animation.
Which, unfortunately, I did not dodge at the right time. And then I got bad luck here. Bad RNG, but it's fine.
So,
anyway.
Nemesis kind of follows the camera a bit. So if you do some camera manipulation, then you can kind of also manipulate Nemesis in the process.
Yeah, it's all. You can manipulate him to spawn in front of you. You can manipulate him to stay behind you. You can manipulate him to what I'm about to do here, which is just do that. You can manipulate him to basically kind of just specifically do certain attacks. I was not looking down. That is my fault, but it's okay. We're not wasting too much time here.
Yeah, so looking down prevents Nemesis from jumping in front of Jill and then You have to instantly dodge them.
I did that completely on purpose. Why I grabbed the extra herb. Don't worry.
Planned.
Yep. So here's a cool thing. So Burke, so we got to turn on the subway route. If you want to explain the code to people real quick, so that way they know what we're doing.
So the code is tied to the subway lines here. So if you were to follow it, it's a pretty simple code, and also there's only 2 puzzles in this game.
Right. This is one of them. If you want to tell people the code, just so they know.
FARASA.
So it's So it'd be like So you're basically controlling it. So it's FARASA, and then
232 on the right side, and that would be the correct one.
Yeah. So basically, it's just like it's just to validate the route. There's a couple puzzles you can like back out and look at it, but it does waste a lot of time. So I should chat saying I should follow the Burke tutorial. I always follow the Burke tutorial. Come on now. But now we're gonna get stronger enemies, so which doesn't matter.
I don't understand why there's only 2 puzzles in this game, though. Like,
I agree.
There should have been more.
Most definitely. Like, there definitely should have been more. Like I said, this game's a more straightforward, like, just trek, you know? So. How did I miss that? What? Excuse me? Did they just, like, up my difficulty or something? What is going on? Anyway, so yeah, with the rocket launcher, you can shoot Nemesis. He'll drop crates and everything. I was wondering why he was chasing me down the other hall, and like my manipulation camera wasn't working. It's because for some reason Nemesis just is tanking rocket launcher shots now. I'm sure I selected assisted.
You know, now that we're still talking about difficulty, what started with the original Resident Evil 4 is what's called the difficulty adjustment. So if you're doing like really well in the game will gradually get harder. But if you're terrible, it's going to be easier for you.
Right. It's like mid-level whatever. Also, best line in the game.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
All right, and that was the ending. Some people were mad about that dialogue being there instead of the end of the game. So, just to let y'all know. Some people in this call might be mad that it's right there.
Alright, so now we're heading into the run killer for new game runs, the sewers.
Yeah, the sewers can be very difficult. This is like a barrier of entry of why, like, I've done new game runs, but this is usually why I do new game plus runs. For me, these are funner because I don't have to worry about this section at all. This section is every enemy in here that is not a zombie, which there are no zombie enemies, every enemy in here can one-shot you. They're called Hunter Gammas, and their dodge radius is crazy, and usually when you're playing, you have to dodge them about 3 times for them to get off your tail. So, and they'll body block you. So,
yeah, they're gonna take up the entire corridor.
Yep.
I'm definitely burning this place.
But since Fetty's on New Game Plus, he's just going to shoot them and just be on his way.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. So, like, those are the Hunter Gammas right there. They're one-shotters. They love blood. So, also, I'm animation canceling to make sure that or aim canceling, or I don't know what the actual technical term is for it. It's where you're not stun locked, basically. So, and also because I'm a fiend, you guys are about to see something disrespectful for this run, but you know it is. What it is. My brain can't handle it. I played too much Resident Evil 4. Like, my brain can't handle when things are out of place. But trust me, it'll make sense why I put that where it is in a little bit. Yeah, but basically, it's just a straightforward game. If chat's already saying it, I'm looking down. It is just Resident Evil 2 Remake DLC is really all it is.
Which I don't agree with.
The thing is I love this game more than I like RE2 Make, and
Same.
people can stone me for that. I just love Jill, and I love honestly the story. If you all haven't played it, actually watch the cutscenes, play the story. You know, it's really good. Like it's actually a really good story. I did not animation cancel that.
Could you maybe time it to shoot him when he jumps up?
I can, but I'm doing this. I was hoping he'd like show his face through the gate. Sometimes you can get him to despawn and he'll jump back up again, and so it just saves a little time. But you know me. First run of the day, got the jitters a little bit. I hope everybody's enjoying the marathon though. And we're probably gonna be doing more of these type of marathons where we show off the fact that we can speedrun other games besides Spider-Man sometimes.
Yeah, we're not just Spider-Man runners in here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we're basically we're waiting on this. It's all about in-game time. So I should have dodged into that, but yeah, we killed Nemesis, right? Oh god, he's right here with a flamethrower that you guys aren't really gonna see.
He also just grabs Jill by the head there in that cutscene.
Yes, he does. It's a great cutscene. I almost let it rock. I literally almost let it rock and I didn't, so that's my fault. Also, usually you won't see speedrunners shoot here. That zombie right there in the corner, I swear to God, no matter how much manipulation I do, he will grab me about 90% of the time. So, but we are approaching Nemi 1, which for some people, especially if you're doing knife only, which I've done hardcore knife only runs as well. If you're doing knife only or any kind of like weird little trick run, or even just New Game Plus, you might struggle on this boss fight. So, what's up?
I think on Nightmare and Inferno, it's also very scary.
Yeah, I mean, this boss fight on any difficulty besides New Game Plus is like terrifying. Like, it's legit just like, even on New Game Plus, he'll just dodge your rockets. It's one of those things where this boss fight, I don't think should have been the first boss fight of the game, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, he likes to dodge the rockets if you're aiming directly at him, so you kind of have to shoot the floor next to him.
And then sometimes he'll even dodge those because he's Nemesis. But all right, guys, prepare for Nemi 1. We'll see actually how quickly I can do this. Oh, did get him with the shock too. That's nice. All right.
Yeah, so now he's heading into his second phase, so but he has to wait here.
I'm still going to...
And he should just be one shot.
Still kicking?
There it is. Yep. Made sure to... I hit the floor just in case. You know, a just in case measure. But, yeah. Didn't even need to do that. He was stun locked from the electricity still. So, I'm cool. But yeah, so now we're entering into what I think is the most boring part of the game. I'll explain it whenever we get there. Burke, I think I know what you know what section I'm talking about.
Alright, this is the basically we're just gonna be trying to get back to the subway.
Yeah,
and
because we've turned on the subway. We need to just get back now. They're waiting on us. Burke, sorry, did not mean to cut you off, my boy.
Yeah, because we were supposed to go with Carlos after turning on the power, but Nemesis showed up and Jill decided to just lure him away.
As
we're taking a really long detour.
That really just kind of did need to happen. But because I feel like if we just shut the gate, we would have been fine. Like I feel like we could have got the subway out of here.
With Nemesis though, I'm not sure if that would have worked. Because when he shows up, when you meet up with Carlos, he kind of just also gets hit by a claymore.
That's true. But hey, we're getting to that spoilers. But no, spoilers for this game. Anyway, though, this is the most boring section for me, specifically. I hate, I'm not going to spoil it entirely yet, for what it is. But this section right here, as I walk out this door, I think is like, even in the normal game, like in the base game, if you're not speedrunning it, I really do think that this section is boring. Basically, Nemesis shows up with a rocket launcher, and it's like, oh my god, we didn't beat him, you know? Like, oh my god, we didn't beat him, and yada yada yada. You know? And, it's just run straight, basically. So...
Okay, and unassisted, he just really likes to shoot the rocket launcher, but on standard or higher, he will sometimes run towards you and try to punch you in the back.
I mean, he'll do it on assisted too, I've seen, but it's very rare that he does that.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, it's very rare that he does that. It depends on, like, where I'm looking. That's why I was looking down. Just depends on where I'm looking. But sometimes he'll come through. I really don't know. Also, quick dodge. Yes, sir.
Nice.
We save in 0.8 seconds, baby. Honestly, Burke, can we talk about this? Is kind of an okay run. Not gonna lie.
And we're just kind of, you know, we're chilling.
Yeah, we vibing. For people who don't know how I speedrun too, I actually just like talking while I speedrun. So, you know, not worrying about the speedrun at all. Also, Nemesis shoots a rocket at this giant head. This head moves quicker on every single difficulty, so if you're not ready for it,
yeah,
you will die
fast.
by it. Also, I'm going to take my time here because I could sneak through a little corner here, but then you could also die. So
yeah, the
I'm going to take my
hitbox
time.
kind of extends a bit.
It is very, very, very janky. Nemesis also appears at the bottom there. He could jump in front of me, but nope, he's just going to run up on me. We're good. So I didn't use my... Man, I'm fumbling with a little bit of the tactics today. But yeah, so this is why I think it's boring. So this is when he was talking about he gets hit by a claymore. Basically, Nemesis gets hit by a claymore here. We lead him down the hallway. And now we're safe, quote unquote. Also, Carlos's classic design. His haircut sucks. But yeah, we're... my first time commenting on it.
I know we didn't get
It doesn't fit this design of Carlos at all.
It doesn't fit the old design. It doesn't fit anywhere. But yeah, if you haven't played this game yet and you're a fan of RE, I promise you, picking up this game, you'll have a good time. Especially if you go for the higher difficulties as well. You'll have a really good time. Now, this is where we started, and Nemesis chased us through that door right there.
I won't be catching the train.
So.
Why not?
Also, can we talk about how their love story is very forced in the remake, Burke?
If it means I can help save the city,
It's very forced.
by me.
I mean,
but
they...
yeah-
Carlos in both this and the OG just really, like, he really flirts with Jill for a bit.
True. Now get off my train, shitbird. And so, surprise, we get to play as Carlos. And because I skipped all the cutscenes, you have no idea why. But yeah, so we're playing as Carlos here. You get to play as Carlos twice throughout this. One for the RPD. Oh my god, if you played Resident Evil 2, there's Brad. Oh my god, he's dead. But if you want to know the story of Marvin in Resident Evil 2 and why the RPD is how it is and all that stuff, this is your answer. And you get to play as Carlos. Also, the cool thing about Carlos, or honestly, the tragic thing about Carlos, like probably one of the most tragic things ever about Carlos is he doesn't have a dodge. So Carlos has something called a shoulder charge. So basically, it is a counter. And I hate it.
Yeah, so you can use it to push them away to, like, make them get stunned for a bit. But if you do the perfect dodge with that, Carlos will sucker punch
Carlos, take a look at this.
the zombie right in the face.
Yes, he will. And it's only really good against hunters. Hunters and lickers are really the only two things it's good against. But with the rocket launcher, I don't have to really worry about anything. So.
Also, I just
Also-
want to say Brad
hold
kind of deserved that.
True. Brad did deserve that. If you know the Resident Evil lore, Brad deserved it. Especially for Resident Evil 1. That was payback
Yep.
for Resident Evil 1, bro. Granted, if Rab wouldn't have left, we wouldn't have gotten one of the greatest games of all time, but still. But yeah, so if you play Resident Evil 2 Remake, this should look very familiar to you. Also, Carlos has some of the best dialogue in this game. Like, just honestly, he has some of the best dialogue in this game that you guys are not gonna get to hear. Because basically it all depends on like where you go in the RPD, right? And he comments about like why all the doors need specific keys and all that bullshit. And so it's one of those things where if you want to play this game, explore the entire RPD with Carlos because you get some fun dialogue.
I mean, explore the entire game in general, because
yeah,
I know there's a lot of people that just go through the story and not really explore and then complain about how short the game is, even though Resident Evil games are supposed to be short.
It's true. Unless you're playing RE1, which, you know, you can beat that game very quickly as well, but like... It's more puzzle-oriented. It's like one of the most puzzle-oriented, besides 0. Like, 0 and 1 are the most puzzle-oriented games, so...
Ari, in my personal experience, Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica are two of the hardest Resident Evil games I've played.
Oh, I love Code Veronica, man. It's my favorite game in the franchise. 104? Oh, whoop.
Oh?
104... it's the battery. Fuck. Is it 106? What the fuck is it? Oh no. Am I fumbling? Oh wait, the battery is what I needed. What am I doing? I'm brain dead. I had the right call. You know what I mean? I had the right call, and then just fucked it up. You were gonna see me do some sacrilege for a speedrun, and we are off.
Alright, so on higher difficulties, exiting the locker room there, Brad shows up. And you have to deal with him again. Yeah.
I think I knew that, but also I don't remember. It's been a while. Like I did just play Inferno though, so
I mean, he probably doesn't show if you get rid of him outside, but if you don't, he shows up right there.
Anyway, we're about to blow a hole in this wall. During the Resident Evil 2 days, we all thought this was Nemesis chasing Jill through the RPD. I should have just shoulder charged that.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, Jill in the older games goes through the RPD and stuff like that, and Nemesis chases her and destroys it. So, which is why everyone, when RE2 Remake came out, we knew there was going to be a third, because we thought Nemesis was going to bust through all that. But turns out we were wrong.
Yeah, the way the story kind of flows, like, the story is similar, but the way, like, where you're going is completely different, because in the original, Jill goes into the RPD very early.
Right. I mean, you could go to the RPD, like second mission, if you really wanted to. Like, it's not even, like the second little thing, or the second little place you visit in the original is the
Yeah,
RPD.
and I think that's where Nemesis is introduced in the original as well.
He's introduced right in front of the RPD.
Yeah.
Like, where he kills Brad. Should I let the cutscene play? It won't. It'll take my IRL timeout, but it won't take in-game.
One of the
Should I
best
let the
Jill
cutscene
lines
play for the people?
in this game.
Yeah, from the people. I'll let it play for the people. We'll let it play for the people. Everybody, one of the best Jill lines ever.
There it
All
is.
right. Anyway, he comes and attacks us. Yeah, he comes and attacks us. But I had to let it play for the people.
So yeah, even though Nemesis was just on fire and jumped into the water, now he's this abomination.
And the rocket missed. Oh my god, I was aiming at him.
This fight on new game runs is a pain. This is
fun.
a very, very heavy reset spot.
I actually think it's really fun. It's basically, you have to like do some shit with the shotgun to reload it. to reload it and like while you're shooting his weak spot and everything like that. So it's a very technical fight.
Very technical.
Yeah, it's very technical, but that's what makes this game fun. I'm just showing y'all like the fastest you can basically get through this.
Okay, so we're Carlos again, even though we just played as him.
Yes. Hey, yeah, go ahead and explain the lore, please.
So
go ahead and get this
at the
going.
end of that fight with Nemesis, Nemesis still manages to attack Jill, and Jill is now infected with the T virus. So Carlos brings her to nearby hospital, and he's now trying to look for a cure.
Which, you know, is a really weird because they really stressed that the T virus was like uncurable in every game up till this point. So yeah, it's basically we are at a hospital that, you know, it's a shady kind of. It's a hospital, but it's shady a little bit. It's straight, right? It's straight to the right key, straight to the right key, straight to the right key, straight to the right key. Sorry, every single time I play this game, I keep forgetting that I need to come grab this stupid key from over here. So this is me reminding myself.
This is a confusing spot, so it's kind of warranted.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I have to remind myself, like, hey, buddy, you need to go grab the key first. But yeah, so you're basically in a hospital. You're looking for the cure. You stumble upon a office that's locked. That's from some sort of Nathaniel Bard that we were at the RPD trying to save. That's the whole reason we went to the RPD as Carlos in the first place. So I'm gonna see if I can snipe the hunter.
I think you got him.
Oh, close. I don't know. Anyway, so basically this is where hunters get introduced, but also Nathaniel Bard's in this hospital. Nathaniel Bard's a scientist that we were rescuing that worked for Umbrella, and now we are here. So I'm going to try to avoid the jump scare. There we go.
Yeah, so in the locker next to this key card, there's just a corpse that falls out.
Also, on Nightmare and Inferno, all of these zombies that you see will come back to life the minute you leave that locker room. But here's where we get introduced to hunters, and goodbye, hunter. But no, this is where we get introduced to hunters. Hunters are they can one-shot you in this game if they really want to. It's an RNG roll if they one-shot you or not. So I did not get the hunter. But it's random if they can one-shot you or not. They have like a one-shot attack. Hunters, very dangerous to deal with, but honestly, not too bad whenever you have
Is it the same as in the original Resident Evil 1, where if you're in caution, they try to go for the one shot?
Yes, they do, at all times. But right now we're trying to break into Nathaniel Bard's office, and so it's a voice-recorded office. Yeah, it's a voice-recorded office. So basically, we're trying to find this, which is a tape. And as you can see, I picked up a tape recorder earlier. And basically, we just need to combine them, and now we have his voice, so we can get into his office.
Yeah.
Which, dude, it's so hard to explain the story whenever it's so hard to explain the story whenever you're like, what's it called? Just flying through the game with no regard, skipping every single cutscene.
So that whole tape recorder thing that he just had to do, that's also an OG, but it lasts like 5 seconds. Yeah. Instead of you having to go through the entire hospital, it's just in a locker. When you turn around and use it on the elevator.
I do like that they... Yeah, I do like that they carried it or whatever, like a little bits and pieces over. The hospital section's actually really faithful to the original as well.
Yeah.
Except there's not like a push puzzle. Which, the push puzzle sucked in the original anyway. If we're going to
talk about puzzles in the original, oh boy, do we love those.
Oh, yes, we do.
Because for those not in the know...
Also, hey, hold on. Hold on. Guys. The vaccine is here. I have to hack into this computer. Oh, wait, I did. That's it. No puzzle. Sorry, continue.
So, the puzzles in the original Resident Evil 3 kind of add a replay value where each puzzle has a different set of solutions, and one is randomly picked every playthrough. And for runs, it's fun to deal with.
And there's no way to tell. Oh, he's gonna follow me through here. That's such I got bad RNG. But basically, yeah. And then there's no way to tell which puzzles you've gotten till like midway through the game. I'm pretty sure, right? There's like you can't tell what because each puzzle's random. So,
well, there is one in the original that is always set, but it's only set on certain versions of the game. So if you're playing on the original version on PlayStation, then the music box puzzle in the clock tower is not random. Or, well, it is random, also, but then on later versions they made it not random.
Also, do you guys like tower defense?
Yeah.
Also, do you guys like tower defense sections? Because right now, we gave Jill the vaccine. For some reason, it doesn't immediately, like, work. So we gotta wait. And while we wait, Tyrell is, he is trying to shut down the emergency shutters and everything. And basically, we have to protect Jill. And the best way to do that is by barricading the door like we did and shooting zombies. So welcome to the tower defense section.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. This honestly is longer than it needs to be.
I mean, if you haven't noticed as well, this is longer than any section we've been in the game thus far.
I mean, yeah, Carlos 2, I think even on New Game SpiderRuns is still one of the longest segments. Just because of this.
I can shoot as many people with a rocket launcher as I want to, but like I can't kill them until they come inside and fall down like that. And I think it's a set amount of time. It's not a set amount of kills. It's a set amount of time. So.
I don't remember. I believe I
always say it's a set amount of time. Well, you know what I mean? I always think it's a set amount of time and not a set amount of kills.
I think it is time-based, but then it's kill-based near the
yeah, after the hunter.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
Yeah, we're kind of just talking. We're yapping because there's really nothing else to do in this section besides me kill zombies. It's a section that's like fun whenever you play it for the first time. It's fun when you play it on a super hard difficulty, right? For the first time, but then after that, it becomes a slog.
So there are some people that have played this game knife only on Inferno, which is the hardest difficulty, and just thinking about this segment,
on hardcore,
doing that is just no thanks. I'm not like I'm good.
Actually, I think I did it on Nightmare. I did it on Nightmare with that heat up knife or whatever. I still need to submit that run. I have it recorded, but it's not a great run. Nimi 3 went from the easiest boss fight in the game to the hardest boss fight in the game. But yeah, basically, chat, this is just a tower defense section. There's really, like, there's going to be a hunter that pops through this window here in a little bit. There was a hunter that popped up behind me. You turn back on the lights. You don't even have to turn back on the lights. You can just do this in the dark. There's really nothing else.
Yeah, we're running out of things to say here because it's that long of a section.
Yeah. If you're a New Game Plus here, you're actually gonna try to probably you're gonna leave all of this stuff out for Jill to pick up. It's kind of your thing that you're gonna do. But also, or if you're not New Game Plus, if you're just like any percent. Or I guess it'd be what, New Game Standard? Sorry,
New Game Standard, we don't even bother with all this stuff because we grab it with Carlos.
That's right, yeah, because this section is crazy.
Yeah, because there's proper like ammo management here.
Forgot about that. There's the hunter.
Yep. So now there's going to be just a few more that are going to be coming in, and then that'll be it.
If even.
If
they
you
even
killed
get
them
here.
early, yeah.
Look, the whole thing about this too is that sometimes the AI won't push them in even though they're supposed to.
Yep, there we go.
All right, now we're here. I picked up the detonator already. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a detonator right here. And then you'll see a timer pop up on screen. And I'm just going to keep shooting them off. And this was the tower defense section. Thank you for coming to me and Burke's TED Talk. Where we just like, you know, we just kind of just do kind of crazy things, man. So, but yeah, I mean, we could have explained more of the story, but I think you guys get it. It's a normal Resident Evil story.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing else. So, especially when you can run through the section like this, there's nothing else. Oh, also, Jill's been having nightmares about not being able to pull the trigger when it counts, even though she's a trained STARS member who went through the Resident Evil 1.
If I went through
that's
those
actually-
events,
that's a main
I'd
plot
be the
point.
same way.
You wouldn't want to shoot people?
Well,
Like, you would be afraid
I'd
to
be
shoot
like,
zombies and stuff?
let's just go off of like RE1 Remake, right? That is
Right.
just that's terrifying to like if you actually went through that because you have to deal with crimson heads, the hunters, the giant spiders, which I'm not a fan of.
But you'd be afraid to pull
Lisa
the trigger? Like,
Trevor.
you'd be afraid to shoot something? After that, you'd be afraid to shoot? Like, to pull the trigger on your gun? It's like, that's the one thing I don't think makes sense or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, she knows. She knows if someone gets bit, it's over. I don't know. But I agree. Look, me and Burke may be talking like this, chat, but we're in agreement. We love this game. no matter what everybody says about it, we love this game to death. True, Jill. I don't know how anyone in the hospital didn't notice it was behind one locked door. A janitor could have came down here. like a janitor with that giant key ring could have came down here and like Umbrella would have been exposed. All this, by the way, under the hospital, right next to Nest, which is under Raccoon City itself. Which
so there's a few.
It does get kind of unbelievable.
There's a few areas that were cut in this this remake, like I mentioned before, the clock
perfect
tower,
animation,
and after the hospital segment, you're supposed to exit the clock tower as Jill, and then you go through a park, and then end up in the lab. But now it's under the hospital.
I missed it twice. Thank you, Jesus. I missed it twice. Hey, look, guys, I'm rusty. I've been playing Oblivion.
Also,
all right? If you haven't been playing Oblivion, go play Oblivion. But what's
also,
up?
we're nearing the final area of the game.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I'm 46 minutes IRL in. I let a cutscene play. I'm rusty. This is the last section of the game. Like, there's one more section where we go into a different nest.
Yeah,
after
it's
this. And there's one cool trick I'm gonna show at the chat as well as we do it. But you know,
It's is it Nest
and I am
2
gonna shoot this dog.
that they called it?
Yeah, this is Nest 2.
And then
didn't
it's
shoot both the
called
dogs,
Nest
uh-oh.
in RE2 Remake, so I guess they didn't think of a different name. I was like, I'll just put a 2 at it.
Exactly.
Oh, the grab!
I got no shot.
That-
No shot. I thought I dodged. I dodged
Yeah,
early. That's my fault.
that was way too early.
That was my fault. I got a little cocky and was like, oh, but he was facing the wrong direction. We can talk about it. Can we talk about how he was facing the wrong direction there? He should have been facing towards he should have been facing towards my right. But anyway, yeah. Nest 1 facility, like it's called the Nest Egg facility, I think is what it's called, right? Nest Egg.
I think it's just Nest
Like,
in
fully-
RE2 Remake, and then there's a whole other facility. Nest 2.
So not Nest, not NES. Nest as in like where birds lay eggs or whatever. That's what these facilities are called. We're gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of animation canceling. I'm gonna completely dodge this, even though there's a dog, right? Watch this dodge. Whoop. Oh, I missed it. It's fine. The dog's on the other side. Now, I usually just run past this, but lately I have been getting grabbed by this hunter gamma on the ladder.
Wait, you
so-
have?
We're gonna take a little bit of time. Yeah, I have. It's been pissing me off. I'll go to grab the ladder and it'll be like, oh nope, you got grabbed by the Hunter Gamma. It's been in all of my like practice runs. I've been getting grabbed. Also, hey guys, new enemy type.
I mean,
Buy a new enemy type.
new.
They're regenerators.
They're
regenerators.
They're
man.
called Paleheads, and they were in Resident Evil 2 remake.
That is true. I forgot about that.
Oh, nice! You got the hunter to just did this jump forward.
There we
Nice.
go. Boom. Big boy status, baby. I'm also in caution, so he will go for the kill shot. But we are here. And so basically, the fuses blew because Nikolai sabotaged us. We went and grabbed fuses from around the facility. I'm gonna see if I can like actually like get this again. I did not. I got it the first try though, so I'm there. And then all these zombies come back to life. Doesn't matter. We have a rocket
Yeah,
launcher.
I've had
Now-
runs die to those
Oh.
zombies there when I'm
Yep.
trying to put in the fuses. I've had runs die.
Yep, which is why I don't even try
Just-
it anymore. It does save time, but I don't try it anymore.
You know, just if you're frustrated, just running New Game on this, just New Game Plus will solve your problems.
All right, so if y'all noticed, Tyrell made it here before us, even though he was in.
He was in the hospital
He was
right
like-
as Jill walked out.
He was in the
Yeah.
hospital, yeah. All right, so cool little thing here. All right, so we're gonna be slightly jogging behind him because in the game right now we're supposed to be hurt, right? But we're gonna take dodges. This is where I was talking about the one section where it doesn't matter if we're dodging or not because we'll still be walking slow. Now we need to wait for him to open up this door, right? But if I shoot it with a rocket launcher in the right spot, it just skips the entire
Yeah.
cutscene. So
If
there
you
go.
if you just have Jill get staggered there, it skips all the dialogue and then the cutscene will play.
It's actually pretty tight. I love that stuff, man. I love the weird little quirks that they didn't patch out because I am running this on PS5, so they could have patched it out and they decided to leave it. So we love that. And now we got our flash drive.
We're now in the final
Oh.
area.
Yeah, welcome to Nest 2, everyone, where we have 3 fights with Nemesis, or 2. Sorry, two more fights with Nemesis. Right now we're trying to make a vaccine because they're gonna nuke the city. They like the government's like, yeah, we're gonna blast Raccoon City off the map. So basically, since they're gonna blast Raccoon City off the map, they gave us what was it? I think it's like 3 hours or something like that to find a vaccine.
Yeah, it's only like a couple hours.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing is we're finding a vaccine to do widespread so Raccoon City doesn't get nuked. If anyone knows the end of this game, we're not going to spoil it, though. But, by the way, Jill, for some reason, knows how to synthesize a vaccine. It's really never talked about ever again that Jill knows how to synthesize this thing, but sure.
I mean,
Do I try it? Do I try it? Do I try it? We tried it. He didn't even... Hello?
there's the machinery kind of does it for you, so...
Yeah, but we go and grab the vaccines, and we're like, oh...
This must be what powers them.
Sorry,
I mean-
I'm so used to that. I'm so used to that coming back to
I mean,
life.
it's kind of just video game logic, really.
Yeah, video game logic. Jill was a scientist. She's a scientist herself, so she knows how to do it.
Did we really
That's
just throw in
really
a
what I
reference
go with.
there?
I have no idea. I did. It is a spider. It's a across the Spider-Verse marathon. I had to throw in a reference. Also, this room on Nightmare or higher, crazy. So, we'll get to it when we get to it. Just remember
But
that
if you want to
room.
talk about that room, this one coming up that he's about to go in
Oh yeah, this
is
one's
even worse.
Dude, this one. Yeah, this one you need a whole bunch of grenades or at least some flashes for. But yeah, I can just one-shot everything.
I
now.
think on New Game Standard, you have to do 2 perfect dodges there. Maybe 3 if I'm lucky.
Oh, that hurts my soul.
So yeah, more of the
All right, so this room. Oh,
more of
my
the
bad,
story
what's
is
up?
this game is reset heavy.
Yeah, very reset heavy. Alright, so you see the hunters and proto-tyrants and stuff. Oh no! They've broken containment! Whatever am I gonna do? Oh yeah, there's only 2.
There's only 2 unassisted. I think standard does 3, and then Nightmare and Inferno
yeah,
does like 4 or 5.
It does 4, and then 1 more pops out after you kill all 4. So there you go. The Palehead, perfect RNG for the Palehead. I don't know why he didn't even try to grab me when I ran in front of him
That happens.
earlier. So I was just saying, this is like, you know, it's video game logic, man.
Okay, so
But
we're coming up on the last puzzle, and also the segment where we talked about the language. So during this would be the 2-second time save.
correct. Please place the vaccine in the chamber. But I wish this was Japanese. Easiest puzzle in the game, by the way. 3rd puzzle in the game. Here you go. Wait, yeah, is that the 3rd? Is that the 3rd puzzle? And the it's definitely the last puzzle.
Technically, there's only 2. It's the subway and then that one.
Yep. So there was the 2nd puzzle in the game. So. And so, yeah, that's a Nemesis tentacle. Oh yeah, Nemesis came back, even though we killed him again. You're going to be seeing a reoccurring theme of Nemesis coming back. I almost went for the route. Like to go grab the extra, though. Go grab the extra.
I don't think I've ever gone
And then
that
this
way.
is where we use dodges. There's a specific thing. By the way, this is a really hard boss fight, guys. By the way, it only is supposed to take 1 rocket launcher. So this fight right here, we're supposed to be waiting for him to hit the electrical panels on top. Luckily, I brought probably the best weapon for this, and there is Nimi 3.
Just down like that.
Or Nimi 2.
I have to get that vaccine back.
Whichever Nimi
3.
that was, bro. I don't know which Nimi that was. It was 3. All right, yeah. And then we're coming up on the last area. This is final Nimi. This man will not stay down. We actually just gave him an acid bath. So, oh, what is this? A railgun? I almost got swiped there. That's crazy.
Unassisted?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? Okay, so these little...
That, did you? How about some more?
I can't hear you on your webcam, Mike. If Burke did, Burke knows.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you when time is. Don't worry. For any moderators who are here, I'll tell you when time is.
2 power sources remaining.
By the way, Burke, I'm doing your strat. I'm going for the long one first. I never do. But
So-
there you go. Burke has been yelling at me for like a year to go for the long
This fight, it's if you look at this fight on Inferno,
I'm gonna put you right back on
it
track.
is a train wreck.
one. It is 100%. Also, I did beat it. Just to flex, I did beat this game on Inferno in 3 tries the other day during the subathon. So,
Because
but it is bad.
during this boss fight, Jill is 1 shot on Inferno. So if you get hit once through this whole thing, you're done. And then Nemesis is really fast with his attacks. Also, goodbye, Nemesis.
But yeah, so goodbye Nemesis, and goodbye 3 or 4 walls of steel. I'm superhuman. I shot a railgun. All right, so for anyone listening, I'll yell time, but the time ends whenever I pull the trigger on this last. I'm gonna pull the trigger on a pistol that's coming up. As soon as I do that, time ends.
Well, it'll
but
end
yeah,
if you
so
hit the shot.
Yeah, if I hit the shot. I have been known to miss the shot before. So, but yeah, so basically though, this is Resident Evil 3. If you actually want to know the actual, it's a fun game to speedrun. It's a really fun game
good
to
run,
speedrun.
yeah.
It's a really fun game to speedrun. There's little techniques that make it faster and all of that stuff. But, yeah, time is coming up here shortly. And time.
GG.
Hey. I feel like that run wasn't too
Let's
bad,
check
though.
the OGT.
Let's actually see the... Yeah, I was about to see. Let's check and see. Let's check and see. But yeah, that was Resident Evil 3. Looks like I got a 5230. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a 5230. Hold on.
We're about to check.
hold on. Yeah, I'm about to check, bro. Wait a minute. You've only got a 5239. I gotta check this. But yeah, I Burke, anything you want to say about Resident Evil while I check this?
Really fun series. Got introduced to it in my youth. Somehow didn't get nightmares.
True.
I was shown the original game when I was 5 years old. And
not a PB for me, not a PB, unfortunately, but it was close.
What's your PB?
50-55. So it was close, but still, yeah. This is a fun series. If anyone wants to get into it, I do enjoy that. I think I don't know if we're running behind or not. I think we are, but because of in game. But yeah, if anyone wants to, talk to either me or Burke about it, or the Resident Evil community, some of them are open, some of them aren't. Just find people who know how to run, watch the videos. But yeah. I appreciate Spyran for letting me and Burke kind of do our thing, and I'm sure you won't be seeing us here in a few minutes. And yeah, Resident Evil 3, man. If you ever want to watch me stream, it's twitch.tv/WiliFetti. I play more games than just Spider-Man, but I have been playing Oblivion, so it's been pretty fun. Burke, where can they catch you at?
Well, it is in the chat there, twitch.tv/BurkeMaverick.
Ayo. And Burke is one of those people who is a genius when it comes to these runs. So, but yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in. And to answer the question in chat, Resident Evil Survivor is good. It's better whenever you hook it up to the internet and play with friends by bypassing the PlayStation 2's little internet port. Anyway, yeah, but that is me. This is Resident Evil Run, 2 minutes off of PB. Pretty happy about it. And yeah.